Good morning, students. Today we are going to review a new topic. Okay, the topic for today is gerunds and infinitives. But at the beginning we are going to review the topic of the last day. So, yesterday we reviewed the first conditional. So, tell me, students, when do you use first conditional? Okay, we are going to use the first conditional in order to speak about predictions or suggestions for the future. Okay, and tell me, in which tense do you use the conditional clause? Remember, in first conditional we are going to use the conditional clause in present and the main clause in future. Remember, in future you are going to use the word will. Okay? As I said before, today we are going to review gerunds and infinitives. That is the topic for today. And what is the objective? The objective for today is to explain the difference between gerunds and infinitives. So let's go see. Okay, pay attention. We are going to start with gerunds. Okay? Gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a noun. Okay? That it means that we are going to use the verb adding ing in order to use as a noun. Okay? The first part. To form gerunds we use the base form ing. It means we are going to use the base form of the verb and we are going to add ing. For example, the verb learn, we are going to add ing in order to form the gerund. That is a gerund, okay? For example, the verb play, how do you form the gerund form? We have the base form play and we are going to use ing, playing. That is the gerund form. For example, with the verb eat, what is the gerund form? Okay, eating. For the verb need, what is the gerund form? Needing. Okay. For the verb walk, what is the gerund form? Okay, walking. So we are going to add ing to the verb. Here you have an example. I enjoy learning English. That is the gerund form. Okay? How to form negative gerunds? We are going to add not plus the gerund. It means, here you have an example. Not speaking English well is my big problem. Here we have the word not. After we have the gerund, speaking. Okay? So we have to add not plus the gerund. Not speaking English well is my problem. Okay, that is in negative way. Yeah. The use of gerunds. When do you use gerunds? It is used as a subject of the sentence. Here you have an example. Smoking is bad for the health. Pay attention. Here we are going to use the verb as the subject, smoking. It means we are going to situate the verb at the first of the sentence. In this case, we are going to use as a subject. Smoking is bad for the health. Okay? Another example. Eating fruit is good for the health. Playing soccer is good for me. For example. Okay? We are going to go with after a preposition. Here you have an example. He is excited about playing soccer. Pay attention. Here, about is my preposition. So you have to pay attention. If you have a preposition and then you have a verb, you are going to use in gerund form. He is excited about playing soccer. He is excited about eating sushi. He is excited about playing tennis. So after a preposition, you are going to use the verb in ing. Okay? Yeah. Here you have some prepositions that you can consider in order to use a gerund after a preposition. For example, with, at, from, into, during, of, to, in, for, about, like, through, over, before, between, within, along, following, across, behind. That is some preposition that you have to study in order to know when do you have to use a gerund. Okay? We are going to see with infinitives. To form infinitives, we use the word to plus the base form of the verb. It means to read, to play, to walk, to knit, to think, to get, to fly, to swim. That is an infinitive form. You are going to use to plus the base form of the verb. Here you have an example in a sentence. I like to read novels. Pay attention. Here you have your infinitive. To read. I like to play soccer. I like to eat Italian food. I like to swim in the river. I like to buy stamps, for example. Pay attention. I am using to plus the base form of the verb. To read, to play, to knit. Okay? How do you form negative infinitives? We have to use not plus the infinitive. It means not to read, not to swim, not to play, not to walk, not to talk. There we have an example in a sentence. She decides not to play basketball. Pay attention. Here we have my negative infinitive, not to play. So we use the word not plus the infinitive, not to play. Okay? Yeah, here you have the uses of infinitives. When do you have to use infinitive? It is used in the subject of the sentence. That is the same of gerunds. We are going to use in the beginning of the sentence. To be a professional soccer player is my dream. In this case, we can use infinitive of gerund as a subject. It means I can say to be a professional soccer player is my dream, or being a professional soccer player is my dream. It means that we can use infinitive or gerund when we are going to use the verb as a subject of the sentence. Okay? Another use is after an adjective. It means that, for example, in this sentence, it is difficult to find an answer. In this case, we have the subject, the adjective difficult. So after an adjective, we are going to use the infinitive. It is difficult, adjective, to find. My infinitive. It is difficult to find an answer. It is difficult to play soccer. It is difficult to swim in the river. It is difficult to eat Chinese food, for example. So pay attention. I am using my adjective, and after I am using my verb in infinitive form. Yeah, here you have some strong adjective list. For example, you have alive, the condition alive, annoying, but better. Adjectives of size: big, colossal, fat, gigantic. Of appearance: adorable, adventurous, aggressive, attractive, beautiful, blushing. With feeling: angry, awful, black, bored, confused, cruel, evil. Of shape: broad, chubby, curved, deep, flat, high. With sound: fine, harsh, high-pitched, hissing. With time: ancient, brief, early, fast, late. These adjectives you can use in order to make sentence using infinitives. Okay, so pay attention, students. We form Gerunds adding ing to the verb. For example, playing, walking, being, buying, choosing, growing, thinking. There are gerunds. And how to form infinitives: to read, to play, to knit, to walk, to write, to read. There are infinitives. Okay, pay attention. We are going to use gerunds after a preposition. He is excited about playing. Okay, so you have to use your preposition and after the verb in ing form. Okay, yeah, pay attention to the infinitives. We are going to use after an adjective. It is difficult to find. Okay, another rule. Yeah, we are going to see the negative form. We are going to use the word not after the gerund. Not speaking, not singing, not walking, not talking, not writing. Okay, and the negative form of infinitives: not plus infinitive, not to play, not to sing, not to swim, not to listen. Okay, so we are going to use not plus to plus the verb. It means not plus the infinitive. And where is your homework? You have to copy these slideshows in your notebook. So you have to put the topic, gerunds and infinitives, the objective, and you have to copy all of the slideshows. Okay, that is the homework for today. I'm going to send you the video in the classroom and I am going to specificate your homework. So pay attention and thank you for the class.